What do you think is a woman's biggest emotional weakness? Take a couple of seconds and think about this. What do you think it is? Her vanity? Or her tendency to overreact to things? Or her difficulty in accepting criticism? Or maybe her belief that the world revolves around her? Well, guess what? It's none of those things. I'll tell you what it is. But first, you must understand why it's so important to know. In fact, knowing a woman's emotional weakness is like knowing an enemy's weak point in a war. As Sun Tzu said, if you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. Because, let's not kid ourselves, love is war. Relationships are a blood sport. It's a battle for control, respect, dominance, and supremacy. Before you get funny ideas, though, let me get this straight. Women are not the enemy. War is simply a metaphor that most guys can relate to. We look at life as a series of battles to fight and obstacles to knock over. It's how we men see the world, a war zone. As Derek Rake wrote in Shogun Method, conflict and struggle underlines masculinity, and I agree with Derek 100%. So, with all that said, what do you think woman's biggest emotional weakness? Take a few moments and ponder over it, okay? Remember, it's not her vanity, or her self-importance, or her hypersensitivity. Ready for the answer? Okay, so here it is. A woman's biggest emotional weakness is her fear of rejection. It's true. Getting a man to reject her is what keeps her up at night. And here's what's interesting. The more beautiful a woman is, the bigger her fear of rejection is. For this reason, beautiful women have a bigger emotional weakness than other people. The more beautiful she is, the more insecure she gets. It's true. So, what do you think? Do you agree with me? Let me know by entering yes or no in the comments section below. Go on, because I'll wait here. Next, let's give this a thought. What's rejection to a woman? To us, it's simple, right? It's like going up to a woman and asking her for her number and she says no. Or proposing to a woman and get turned down. Or getting dumped by a woman for another man. That's what rejection is to us guys. It's explicit. It's direct. It's in your face. To a woman, however, it's somewhat different. Apart from explicit rejection that she fears, guess what? It's the implicit rejection that terrorizes her. What's implicit rejection? It's anything that makes her wonder or imagine if she's getting rejected. Now, I know this can be tricky to understand, but bear with me. It will all make sense in the end, I promise. So keep watching. Derek Rake once said, with a woman, all communication is subcommunication. The subtext is everything. The implicit carries more meaning than the explicit. Everything in Shogun Method is about the subtext. Communication goes deeper than the surface. In a woman's mind, implicit cues hold tremendous meaning. When you implicitly reject a woman, you gain power over her. There are a few ways you can do this. I'll show you a couple of examples, but first, do this for us. You've now watched this video for a couple of minutes, and you know quality when you see it. If you're not part of our brotherhood, join us now. Do that by subscribing to my channel now. Done? Welcome to the Brotherhood. Now, let's do a quick recap. Here's what we have covered so far. 1. A woman's biggest emotional weakness is her fear of rejection. 2. There are two types of rejection, explicit and implicit. And 3. To have power over a woman, reject her implicitly. So, how do you reject a woman implicitly? It's easy if you know Shogun Method style of subtexting, but I'll give you a few pointers here. Everything you say and do must lead to this question in her mind. Is he rejecting me? So, imagine this. If you're going out with a woman and you've lost interest, how would you behave? 1. You won't reply to her text immediately. 2. You'll sometimes ignore her calls. 3. You might flake on her. 4. You stop checking her social media and liking her pictures. 5. You don't really care that much at all. The bottom line is you've stopped giving a crap, but not her, because to a woman, these signs signify implicit rejection, and it drives them wild. Now, let's be clear. I am not suggesting you use these tactics. I'm simply telling you what works, and it's up to you what you want to do with this knowledge. In fact, I'm going to play on the safe side and ask you not to do it, and I'll give you 2 reasons why. Reason 1, it's not fair. Exploiting someone's weakness to gain power over her doesn't sound right. Reason 2, it's emotional hell to her. She'll feel completely helpless and powerless against you. After all, you're using her own psychology against her, and there's no way out but to surrender. So, if you understand what I mean here, then you'll agree with me. Never exploit her weakness because it will give you tremendous power against her. And since you agree with me, this is the site you must never visit. Fractionation.org. It's a site that teaches men to put women on emotional roller coasters to gain power over them. Please don't go there. It's unfair knowledge that nobody should ever have. Not only that, remember to spread the word among your friends so they don't go there by accident. Once again, this is the site you must never ever go to. Fractionation.org. When you see this link in the video description below, don't click it.